Welcome, everyone. Thank you for attending today. My name is Dan. Been practicing meditation for perhaps something like 14 years, I think it is now. Mostly along with Will, Ordinary Zen, for however long we've been doing it. In the meantime, it's a good thing. So today, I don't know, some of you may know that my life's in a little bit of transition as we relocate away from the Sarasota area. Just traveling back here 2 days ago, I was coming out of Charlotte, and Charlotte is a big city in finance, banking, head of Bank of America. And so there's a lot of people commute downtown every day to go to their jobs there. And it was just sort of one of those things in the dark and seeing the headlights of all these cars, of all these people doing their daily routine, driving to get to that job, to do what they need to do. And so this made me think about attachments and not to criticize these people. Everybody has to do what they need to do. But we do get into attachments, and it's so very easy to get trapped and perhaps see ourselves as being defined by those things that we are attached to, even when we know we shouldn't. One example, going back into Zen, into Buddhist literature, Basho, the great Japanese poet, wrote many excellent pieces of Japanese poetry. He complained himself, he berated himself for the fact that he was attached to his haiku, to his poetry. And he felt that this was detracting from his practice. And yet, for me, who loves his poetry, I find this like kind of complex and a interesting thing to contemplate. Without his passion for doing it, we would not have now in the world those wonderful expressions that he brought to us. However, he himself felt that perhaps his attachment wasn't correct, wasn't the best thing for his practice. So there's an interesting dilemma there. But to me, that's an example of explicit, understood attachment. We also have these attachments that we don't even really think about, but until we're faced with a challenge from it. Charlotte Joker Beck, another excellent writer in the Zen tradition, she said that perhaps we should think about things as, say, tomorrow we might become a homeless person. How does that make you feel? And if you find that difficult to contemplate that idea, then that's an attachment that you have there. So that's not attachment that we're walking around with, that we're conscious of, but when we think it through, then it's there. So this is sort of a different thing from the Basho idea, which is right there, he knew, and he was dealing with it and thinking it through. Here we have these attachments that we don't even realize that we have until we contemplate perhaps the thing not being there. So these really are my thoughts. I'm working through both kinds of attachment at this very time. How do we deal with it? Again, to recognize that we are not our feelings. We are more than our feelings. Our feelings are just the way that this set of cells and consciousness reacts to these situations, to these things that we desire, that we cling on to. And if we can recognize that, just like in meditation, when we have those monkey mind thoughts, and just recognize it for what it is, not stop wanting it, not stop having that desire, that passion about something, but instead recognizing that you are separate from it. It's not what defines you. So there's lots of work to be done, but that's it. So as always, I finish with the Jane Hirschfield mantra. Everything is connected. Everything changes. Pay attention. Thank you. Any comments?
Now I have a comment and a question.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter whether a layman or a monk, all teachers, no matter their experience or their credentials, belong in the garbage disposal of non-discrimination. What do you say?
Absolutely. That's a fundamental truth. We all have the truth within us. Zen has this great tradition of the absolute masters being challenged by lay people on a regular basis. The temple ladies would do this, and it was absolutely recognized as a fundamental thing. So yes, we're all teachers of ourselves and each other. So thank you, Will.
Well, I also just want to add thank you for doing this, Dan. next month we're going to do it again. I'm not sure who that will be yet, but each month at the first Sunday of the month, we'll have a different teacher that we will put into the garbage disposal.
Yes.
I always wonder about the Zen tradition that came out of monasteries, and the monks meditate 3 months at a time very intensely, all day long. You know, we come on a Sunday for an hour.
Yes, there is this aspect. We have very different ways of practicing, including the monastic tradition, and then what we do here. Yes, well, as you say, we come, twice a week if we're lucky, and attend for an hour. And where does that take us? I do remember the Charlotte Joko Beck quote about a similar thing when one of his students has said, I've been doing this for 10 years now, and I don't feel I'm making any progress. Do you have any advice? And I think the Zen master, it might have been her or another Zen master, said, yes, try another 10 years. And I think perhaps what that goes to is the expectation is perhaps part of the problem. And that we may realize that we're already here, already coming once a week is okay. That's okay. It hasn't necessarily got to be a Shazam or this will happen at 15 years of practice. It's not a done deal. So we keep going. Freddie.
I'm thinking about something funny Will said to me like a couple weeks ago when he was talking about his Zen master, and he said something, and then the response was, thinking mind. And I've been kind of just like joking with myself constantly, like, angry mind, like just to each thing, and it's like kind of become a little game, and I just thought that was so simple and so funny that, like, you know,
Pay attention, as he says.
Pay attention. I think also there's also this aspect that we should not diminish, is that surely, at least for me, coming here once a week or twice a week for an hour, I get benefit anyway. Mm-hmm. So in the meantime, isn't that kind of okay? You know, it's not like I'm putting a lot in and not getting anything back. It's not that situation for me, at least. So
yes,
perhaps that's an idea.
I would just like to add about the whole idea of meditating for months at a time. I'm sure there are benefits. And I'm sure that if you are inclined to, or you do that kind of practice, that hopefully it would benefit you. But there are many, many stories of monks who have sat their whole lifetime and never gained. And why is that? It's not the amount of time you spend practicing. You could practice for a minute and get it. Or you could practice for 100 years and not get it. It's the garbage disposal of non-discrimination that you have to go through. It's what Freddie said. Emotional mind. Angry mind. It's that recognition of our experience in its totality. Right?
Okay, great. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Dan.
See you next time.